now the school shooter's father is set to stand trial. James Crumbley is going to begin facing those charges, the same charges his wife was charged with on March 5th there in Michigan. Is the jury going to reach the same verdict in his case? And is this verdict going to have impact on other parents of children who have been charged with crimes? We have an excellent panel of experts to dive into this issue. Also in Los Angeles, California, forensic psychiatrist, trial expert, witness, and columnist, Dr. Carol Lieberman. Dr. Carol Lieberman, let me ask you, if you think that James Crumbley is going to be seen by a jury as also just as guilty when we have the mother as the last person seen with this gun, last adult seen with it, but he would have been essentially the first person with it.
Well, I think a lot is going to depend upon how likable he is on the stand. The mother was obviously not very likable. Clearly, she, it was like she was phoning it in. I hope this jury, this verdict, will have an impact on parents everywhere, so that when their child asks them for help, they need psychiatric help, they're hearing demons, they're seeing things, and so on, that they remember this. The key, the underlying big picture of this is beyond school shooters and so on. It's really that parents need to realize that they are responsible for their children. The years especially the earlier years, but everything that parent does with their child, raising the child, determines what that child will do in the future. That is the overriding message, I hope. Too many parents these days are just don't take that responsibility. And, obviously not everybody's going to become a school shooter, but you do have to take responsibility for everything about your child. And that's what this message says. Now, as far as the father, as far as Ethan, what's really sad is that, he made that statement when he pled guilty. He said, it's not my mother's fault. It's not my father's fault. I'm really bad. Words to this effect. I'm really bad. I deserve to be in jail for the rest of my life, in prison, and so on. But the thing is that it's his parents who made him feel that way about himself, made him feel that he is a horrible person.
We are going to talk more about the school shooter and what may be next for him. But I want to dig into what you just said about parents and their responsibility. Dr. Lieberman, she still has sentencing. There's a large range. She could get anything up to 60 years. Do you think she should take the stand, and what should she do differently if she does during her sentencing?
Well, I think, excuse me, I think that she is the poster mother for school shooters. There's a certain profile of a school shooter. And she checked all the boxes for all the things you're supposed to do wrong, could do wrong, to turn out a school shooter. And so I don't know that, I think it would be hard for her at sentencing to take back what she said. Oh, I didn't really mean it. I do care. I would do it differently. I realize now. I don't know that there's anything that she could say during sentencing to make things better. And I'm all for her getting the worst of it, because this was from the beginning of his life. She all the neglect, the abuse, the not listening, responding to him. It was one thing after not stopping him from watching violent video games, which is what kids do when they're feeling neglected and they have all this time and they don't have any friends and so on, all the different things. And the only thing that was a little different in his case was that usually school shooters don't ask for help. But he asked for help and he was turned down. So I have absolutely no, she was like, she had no empathy, no compassion, no anything on the stand. She was like a ghost, and I don't know that she could fix that for the sentencing.
Crumbley, thank you so much to all of our guests, Mark Richards, Dr. Carol Lieberman, Sharonda Brown, and Michael McGill Jr. It's always appreciated here at Court TV to have your expertise on these important issues.